Hey, Shalom, Akim, Shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Kakadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Noise in the gospel, brother, at the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is a quick lesson through the spirit. Esau was a devil, man. Okay, this is an article. Article falsely claims WEF wants payment in implants. When clearly the WEF, you heard it out of their own mouth. One of the representatives was watching Redacted the other day, and basically I went into a video going into basically how they're trying to set up the new CBDC, which is going to be implanted under the skin. Now, when you go into that summit they had in Davos, which I believe was out in Switzerland, if I'm not mistaken, which Switzerland is like probably one of the most beautifulest countries on the planet Earth, you know. And the devils, man, they fuck around and destroy that. But it says article claims WF wants payment in plants. Like, that's a false notion, which that shows you that Esau was caught, man. Okay, because if he wasn't caught, why is he trying so hard to debunk the fact that out of his own mouth he mentioned that they was going to try to put this under the skin? Okay, we got several videos, several interviews, people that adhere to the WF standards, which is the World Economic Forum. Even Klaus Schwab mentioned about back in 2016, he made mention of a banking cartel within 10 years that they wanted to be able to track people and register people in this new banking system. So that's not a hard concept to understand, but this is Esau's way of trying to do damage control, because the masses of the people, they're waking up to this being the market of you know what. Okay, he's trying to implement this thing pretty much with as little resistance as possible, but he knows that there's going to be adversity and opposition to it, but he's still trying to, you know, his best to try to, you know, with limited means to implement this thing, which the cat is out the bag, bro. So it says an article shared on social media claims the World Economic Forum stated that the microchip implants on the humans, you know what, would be needed for payments as part of the planned central bank digital currencies, and that's absolutely true. It says this is false. The lobby group, which has no authority over central banks, the government, has made no such comments. And you see, this is them again, straight up lying, because you got to understand that they fact checkers who they set up, these people that's in so-called power, they work for the establishment, so it's their job to deny it. Okay, because you have what they call plausible deniability, which plausible deniability basically allows you to pretty much deny something in plain sight, even if you're caught. Okay, even during the time of Oppenheimer, when they donated an atom bomb, basically they try to put the blame on everybody else, engaging in plausible deniability. But this was clearly a fact. I mean, they mentioned it in Davos. Okay, even Schwab hinted at it. All these banking cartels hinted at it. Even Aaron Russo made mention of it. So we know this is bullshit. And on top of that, it's coming from a mainstream news source, which is Yahoo. So you got to take what they say with a grain of salt. Okay, because even Mike Adams, Redacted, everybody was kind of going into it, and the cat is out the bag. But they're realizing that everybody is realizing, like, oh shit, this ain't cute no more, and they need people to be able to accept it. So this is going to ensure their inevitability of bringing some type of justification to make that happen. And this is why I say that this new world order is going to be forced at gunpoint, because the fact that they spilled the beans too soon. So now they got to try to figure out how to delay it, how to go around it, how to sneak it in people. But the Most High is going to make them go forth, because the scripture say that he should bring them into the king of terrorists, man. You know, so he's going to have to go forth and implement it. You see? But anyway, it says the WEF has declared that all citizens must be implanted with the CBDC microchip in the very near future in order to be able to fully participate in society and do basic things such as purchase food and water. But they're blatantly lying, because this is right in the scriptures. Revelation 13 and 16 clearly tells you you can't buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the number of the beast, or the number of his name. Okay, and we know that the Bible doesn't lie. See, so this is just them doing damage control, because like I said, they want everybody under their rule of thumb. But it's interesting how it's going to play out. And this is a fucking lie. We brought out the proof that they mentioned it. But it says July 10th, 2023 article. And they know that all the Hebrew Israelites hopped on this. So this is their way of trying to debunk us. But regardless, you're going to find out they're going to do it. But it says, in the people's voice previously known as News Punch, which has been fact-checked by AFP for a range of false or misleading stories. But they just say that Yahoo, you should be fact-checked. Dr. F or Dr. Fauci, he should be fact-checked. Kill Gates of Hell, he should be fucking fact-checked. With all this trust in the science nonsense that they've been spewing for the last 3 years. You know what I'm saying? And Pfizer came out and admitted that they had to redact some things off record because, you know, a lot of credible sources was exposing the whole thing. So they had to come out and admit it. You see what I'm saying? And the most they gave you was, we made a mistake, we're sorry, after so many fucking hundreds of thousands of deaths, millions. So who's the liar? Us or you? Okay? It says the article quotes Oxford University professor Richard Weiner, who has spoke about the CBDC's in-payment system, saying that consumers will need to use the latest technology such as a CBDC CHIP implant in order to access their bank accounts. It says similar post shares on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. But it says part of the wave of the misinformation. Of course, everything is misinformation with you devils, but you're spreading the misinfo about the CBDCs, fucking allergies. But it says the CBDCs, which are studied around the world as a way to allow people to hold digital cash without a bank account. And to show you that was on point, because they even made a specified number. They said up to 2,000 credits per month, which is based on social economic score, social credit score. 2,000 credits a month in order to accept this thing that they're getting ready to implement. I mean, I don't think nobody just pulled that out of the fucking rabbit hat, man. I don't see it that happening that way. This is made mention of, and this is what they was talking about. All the elites on board with it, but it's just a way of keeping you simpletons in America duped down, because you people believe any goddamn thing that they tell you. And it says the posts are false, according to the WF spokesperson, who noted that Warner has no official role at the Geneva-based nonprofit organization that holds conference and events about global issues. But wait a minute, isn't the economy a global issue? Okay, and if the elites want ultimate control, same thing with the you-know-what that just passed, 2020, 2021, and 22. They implemented draconian laws then, so what's the difference now? Especially if these men are hungry, power hungry, on a power trip, you know? And it says, I can confirm that the WEF forum have never made any such statement about chip implants linked to digital currencies. Sure. Now they trying to do damage control. Yeah, look at this, man. These devils are through, bro. They're caught. He caught red-handed. He's like a deer in the headlights. But this is the book of Psalms 35, and I'm gonna start at verses. Damn, I just had it. Shalakia. Psalms 35, and shit, I just had it. Give me 1 second, Salakia. Psalms 35, and I'm gonna start at 20. It says, for they speak not peace, but they devise deceitful matter against them that are quiet in the land. Okay, what's the deceitful matter? Okay, coming with this micro seal, and then lying about it after you caught red-handed. See, the reason why I got this much attention is because it went viral. Even Redacted reported on it, and we know Redacted is pretty much insiders anyway to the elite. So, you know, they had some type of information on this subject, even going back into Switzerland and Davos. You see how they try to bag their way up out of it. It says, for they speak not peace, but that devise deceitful matters against them that are quiet in the land. And yea, they opened their mouth wide against me and said, I have seen it. But this thou hast seen, O Yahweh, keep not silence, O Lord, and be not far from me, man. Okay, because we're going to need Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, and at times we get ready to enter into. But like the scripture say, the deceitful man has many trains, man. Okay, John 8:44, it says here, ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. And when he speaketh a lie, he speaketh it of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. Okay, because he's a liar. Esau Edom, he's deceitful, he's the wicked, he's the deceitful, man. Like the Lord said, the deceitful and the deceiver are his. The deceiver and I think it's the deceiver and the, let me look that up real quick. No, the deceiver and the deceive are his. All right. Job 12:16 says, with him is strength and wisdom, and the deceiver is. Okay, so that's the point, man. You know. Yeah. Let's get another precept real quick. Deceit. Matter of fact, let's go look that up again. Because he's clearly lying. I mean, he's really trying to get his ass out of trouble, but I mean, it's too late now. You know, Psalms 101, and I'm going to start at 7. It says, he that worketh deceit should not dwell within my house, and he that telleth lies should not tarry in my sight. So it's a matter of time for this devil is done, man. Okay? It says, thou hast trodden down all them that err from thy statutes, for their deceit is falsehood. Okay? And Esau is based on falsehood. Proverbs 11:18. It says here, the wicked worketh a deceitful work, but to him that soweth righteousness shall be a sure reward. Okay, and our reward is ultimately the kingdom of heaven. You know, Proverbs 12:20. Deceit is in the heart of them that imagine evil, but to the counsels of peace is joy. So it says deceit is in the heart of them that imagine evil. What's his device? That micro T hit, man. You know, he's caught out there. Point blank period. Ain't no way he can get around it, man. You know. Faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kisses of the enemy are deceitful. Yeah, he's deceitful because he's trying to butter you up. You know. So that's the point, man. I want to make. I got one more precept I want to get before I shut it down. Go to Obadiah. And those of you, man, Israelites out there that's playing games with the Most High, man, just fuck off, man. All right, just go somewhere. We ain't got time for your fucking folly, you know. But anyway, Obadiah 1:6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How is his hidden things sought up? Right, shit. Through the men of the Lord, the prophets. Okay, even your own counsel is coming against you, because the scriptures goes into, I believe it's in Job 18, if I'm not mistaken. Job 18, and I'm going to start at 7. It says, the steps of his strength should be straightened, and his own counsel should cast him down. For he is cast into a net by his own feet, and he walketh upon a snare. Okay, so he exposes himself. You know, all this think tank, all this his agents of chaos, his little governments, man, his little de factos, his people that's defecting. They're all exposing them. You know, which we're using that as at our repertoire to bring out the truth in the scriptures, man. You know, but anyway, with that, I'm going to end it giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And with that, shalom and abba shalom.